Good night, itchy eyes. Good night, sudden sneeze. Good night to your symptoms of allergies. Xyzal is the allergy medicine you take before bed. It provides powerful relief while you rest your head. Not just all night, but all the next day. Xyzal keeps working, keeping allergies at bay. And without those annoying symptoms disturbing your rest, you can wake up the next morning feeling your absolute best. Remember, be wise all, take Xyzal. At night.
Switch to Verizon Business and get more from your internet without paying more for your internet. Get LTE Business Internet starting at $39 a month when paired with select business mobile plans. That's unlimited data, and with it, unlimited possibilities. Start saving today with Verizon Business, ranked #1 in small business internet customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Starting price for 25 megabits per second LTE internet plan with smartphone plan savings, plus taxes, fees, and economic adjustment charge. Terms apply. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
What episode are we on? 290, aren't we?
No.
What are 291?
You made a mistake at one point and said 289, and then I just went with it.
Uh-huh.
But we're like 241.
Are we really that?
Yes, we're nowhere close to 300.
This is the way.
We're wanted men.
Welcome to episode 241 of the Smugglers Galaxy podcast, your favorite Star Wars podcast from smugglers in the galaxy. Today is a special episode. We've got our second favorite podcast, The Force of Course, on with us. We got Lauren, Andrew, and Ted, along with Jason. So we're going to talk celebration and all kinds of fun stuff. You can say hi, Lauren. You just don't have to shake
Hi. I'm so afraid.
Lauren's afraid she's going to drop an F-bomb, so she's...
Oh, it's fine.
I'll catch it.
Put $1 in the jar.
There's the wedding fund.
Yes.
Yeah,
So you want to talk about that real quick since the reason Ted, we were going to have Ted on last week, and then he messages us and was like, guys, something's happening in my house. And we're like, oh, crap. What's going on?
So
That could mean anything.
Right.
We're building another bathroom.
Yeah. Or we adopted another dog. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I got engaged last week.
Congratulations.
So thank you, Brian, who you hear sometimes on the podcast, especially with the movie recaps. So we're excited, but now comes the planning. So it became very real.
Right.
Did you pick a date yet?
Oh God.
No.
April 1st, 2027.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay. Yeah. No, I was asked probably about 7 times the first 48 hours if we picked a date. And I felt like I was doing something wrong because I didn't have one.
Right.
So we're taking a couple months just to breathe.
Right.
That's fair. We had a date before I even proposed, so
Oh wow.
you could work that way too.
Was the date symbolic of something?
No.
Just a date?
Yeah, my in-laws were like, "This looks nice. Let's just book it."
Oh,
I'm like,
there you go.
Okay, all right. Well,
That's easy.
Good deal. Why didn't you do that?
Next topic.
Well, it could be like my wife did. She was like, okay, she got a new job, and then she looked at insurance and was like, we're getting married because your insurance is way cheaper than this crap.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
true love.
Yeah. We were already engaged, but we kind of were like, oh, we got the 5-year plan. And no, it didn't last. It was like a 5-month plan.
Happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a good guy, so I'm happy for him. I think it's going to be really good.
Awesome.
What are you happy for, him or your daughter?
I know. I was like,
Them.
Or happy that you're getting your basement back.
Andrew's just happy in general. Andrew's ready for the basement to be open so he can move down there.
Oh, okay.
To have like a big screen video game area.
Yeah, I've got what is it, a 65-inch TV down there? I think I've turned on 3 times.
Oh,
Yeah, I
wow.
don't know if it works, to be honest.
Oh, it better. Oh, God.
Oh boy.
Fantastic.
What did we just walk
Womp womp.
into?
Right. Right.
Ooh. Andrew's there, I think.
I'm here. Yeah.
We can't see you, but
No, this
Yeah.
is just what I look like.
He looks like the logo.
out of sight, out of mind. I don't want that to be the situation here tonight.
No. He will chime in with some deep cuts, I'm sure.
Colorful commentary.
Yeah, he'll have some colorful commentary. I don't have to worry about the F-bombs with Andrew. He's tame. It's Lauren.
fine.
She's my wild card.
It's fine if it happens.
No, it won't. But I'm just kidding. She's got her mother's mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that means Lauren's got yours.
Yeah. No, I think it's a good mix between
Okay.
Cindy and I.
Okay.
I learned from the best.
We both talk like pirates.
Arr.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, well, we normally start off because we're collectors about what we picked up over the week. I don't know if you guys are collectors at all, but have anything Star Wars? No.
I am.
Have you picked anything up recently, Star Wars?
I have. I don't want to give anyone seasickness, but I'm going to move my camera a bit and get out of the way. Oop, wrong way.
Show and tell.
Yeah. If you look back there, that's the
nice.
Kenner Death Star.
Death Star playset.
Yeah, picked that up loose for a really good price at House of Plastic here in Cincinnati. It's a really cool shop. And I'm trying to restore it. It was clearly in a smoker's home. It's really stained. It's rough.
It coughs up phlegm.
Yes. It's got a raspy voice.
Does it come with the original foam?
It comes with cigarette butts in the trash compactor.
There you go.
Oh, yuck. Yeah, that's my passion project at the moment. What about you guys? What'd you pick up? Anything good?
I actually got this today. It's a celebration
Oh.
shirt. It's ILM 50th anniversary
Nice.
from
I like that.
1975 to 2025.
Yeah.
That was on Amazon, so I was like, I'm gonna get that. I have too many Star Wars shirts, so you can get something that's
It's Star Wars,
Obscure.
but it's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Star Wars adjacent.
Absolutely.
That's about it. It was a quiet week,
Yeah.
and I know Glenn hasn't bought anything because he's
I'm grounded.
yeah.
Yeah, you said you were grounded last episode.
I'm
Did
grounded.
did you overdo it?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Did you
I've
get
been
something?
overdoing it. So it's, huh?
You haven't done anything. You've just switched jobs and had to.
Yeah, it was like changing jobs, and then that didn't work out, and just all kinds of stuff. A lot of things happened in 6 months, and then yeah.
Sometimes you got to pump the brakes.
Yep. So that's what we're doing.
Pick your chin up, Glenn. Stop.
I
putting it
am. It'll be
down.
fine.
You'll be great. You-
I've got stuff in the works, but it's like I gotta, it's treading lightly on other things, so
Okay.
it'll be fine. I can't just go to Amazon anymore and buy crap.
Yeah.
Is that shade at me? You calling my shirt crap because I got
Yes,
this off of Amazon?
exactly. Amazon was too tempting because it's like, oh look, there's a new figure, buy.
Yeah.
We
It's too easy. Too
as a
easy.
family, we use my Amazon, and there's always a figure sitting in the cart somehow
Yes.
for
Shock-
someone in the house.
Shock T. Shock T.
Yes,
What's that?
Shakti's been there for a minute.
Yeah.
They start going to the third party vendors after they sell out, and the prices start to creep up as it sits in your
Yeah.
cart.
I always watch. I collect Black Series, but not everything, just the ones that kind of speak to me. And Shock T and what was it, Luminara and Dolly both released, and they're both in the cart. I'm waiting. I'll get them at some point.
Just don't buy a case of beer, buy you some Star Wars figures, you'll be good.
There it is. There it is.
I did pre-order that Dash Rendar and
Did
Prince.
you?
Yeah, Prince Seizure
Yeah. Okay.
from Shadows.
Shadows. Oh, I love Shadows of the Empire when it came out. God, that was so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I hope they do Chewbacca too.
Do you think that there's a chance that they revisit that at all?
No,
No.
it's dead.
Like not a Dash Rendar pops up in a live action something? Nothing?
No, I think like if I was president of Lucasfilm, I would be doing what DC does and make the animated movies. And I'd make animated movies of all those legend books like Heir to the Empire,
Oh, that would be
Shadows,
awesome.
Ooh.
That would be awesome.
Dark Empire, like all of those would just become animated movies but dropped on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
pick-
I had a thought about you guys. I was going to ask you your bingo card.
yeah.
Does it have Jackson will make an appearance?
I don't think so. I'm looking.
Or is that somebody else's bingo card?
Might have been last year.
Because I saw an ad for something Lego.
Yes, Jackson will return.
Dude, that's
There's
checking off the
something
bingo card.
And there is a little bunny rabbit on it. I'll have to send you a picture.
It's the Lego, the remakes Lego. They're doing like a season 2 and Jackson's on it.
Okay. So, I mean, there you go.
I think our bingo card got pretty well filled out during celebration.
You think?
I thought it did. I was going through all the announcements and I was like, man, this sounds like it'll be good
We can
for our
look
bingo
at
card.
it. We can look at it next week. It'll just be too in the weeds here to go through it right now with our guests.
Okay, fine. What?
You want to go frame by frame and discuss?
What? Oh, did you? Damn it,
Yes.
Jason.
Yes. I need a new mic or a new cord for my mic because it just pops out every now and then.
Right.
And all I hear is static.
Oh,
No, we didn't pick up a loss on your audio.
I never
it's just
hear
me.
it. It's got enough of a delay to where I see Jason's face before I see that the microphone's messed up.
You can see the frustration.
Yes, he's like, damn it, and then he starts messing with his microphone, and then it's fixed by the time he gets back. You know, I never really hear anything.
Yeah. Well, it's whatever. Anyways, moving on.
Moving on. Move
We'll talk
along.
news. Talk
You want news, or you want these guys to talk about themselves again real quick, or do you what?
It's your show, Glenn. You do.
It's your show too, man.
You do.
Sounds
Well,
like us.
Y'all, crap, Jason. I'm sorry. I just threw everybody for a loop. So y'all introduce yourselves real quick and tell y'all who you are. Tell us who you are, and then we'll do news.
How's your mama been?
How's your mama?
How's your mama been?
How's your mama doing?
Keep my mama's name out of your mouth. So we are The Force, of course. We are we used to be a bite-sized Star Wars podcast until we started doing the movie rewatches, and then all bets were off. We're hours and hours.
Now it's king sized.
And now it's king. Yeah, now it's king size. But we're coming up on our 5th season. May 4th will be our anniversary. We'll kick off our 5th season. Started the show just myself, and doing a show by yourself gets tedious really fast. I think I did it for a year and a half, and I toyed with the idea of hanging it up. But the Lauren and Andrew, spoiler, they're my children. They guested on the show every once in a while, and I just asked them. I said, "Would you guys want to do this full time?" And they were crazy enough to say yes. So ever since then, they've been co-hosts on the best podcast that's produced in this house.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. I like
Nice.
that.
yeah, I can say that pretty confidently. Pretty
Yeah.
confidently.
Although this one's being produced in your house.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're in trouble.
Loophole.
Second best podcast produced in this house. Damn it. So, Lauren and Andrew, you guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Lauren. I'm the oldest. I guess I'll take it as a compliment that we were crazy enough to join the podcast.
Sure.
But I mean, ever since I can remember, Star Wars has been our life. Like we were raised on it. I don't think it was an option.
Yeah.
If we didn't like it, I think we would have been forced out, probably left at the firehouse.
Well, you think you're the oldest.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh,
I'm the oldest or middle.
who's in the attic?
Oh, no.
It's in the attic. We don't talk about Crazy Tony.
Ooh, you named your kid Tony?
He was doomed from the beginning, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what else there is to say. It's been a whole lot of fun.
Do you collect anything Star Wars?
I collect,
Like
it's
books?
not Star Wars. I collect books. I have a problem. It's
No
probably
problem.
along the lines of the toy collections where
It's literacy.
it's, yeah, shucks. Like, dang, she's reading. But yeah, it's along the lines of toys where every week or so, one of them just pops up on the shelf, I guess. I actually did get something Star Wars this week. Hold on, wait a minute.
Well, they're handily right behind me.
We were I totally forgot. We were gifted champagne flutes for our
Awesome.
engagement, and they say I love you and I know. So
Oh,
we're
What's that
definitely
from?
gonna incorporate that.
that's sweet.
That's not from one of those damn Ewok movies, is it?
It is.
And what if it was? If it was? Those aren't. No, I was
No,
gonna
that's
say
from Empire.
Caravan of Crap.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, man, those movies, I tell you.
We need one for Battle for Endor.
Battle for my attention.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's nice. But yeah, Star Wars has just been our entire life. So
What's your favorite series back there? You have a favorite book series?
I'm probably gonna have to go with Throne of Glass.
Haven't read it.
It's a fantasy. A lot of people consider it's the same author, Sarah J. Maas wrote Court of Thorns and Roses.
Yes, I've seen those.
Okay, so that is more her romance fantasy. This is like if you want a Game of Thrones version.
Okay.
I'd highly recommend.
Okay. I'll add it to the list.
Yes.
What about you,
Andrew?
Andrew?
I like some Star Wars stuff, I guess. I've been liking Star Wars for as long as I can remember. I've technically been on The Force Awakens since its start, just kind of in the background.
Oh, you did voices, right?
Doing voices and artwork and stuff.
You're
Yeah.
the Robin Williams of the cast.
Oh, I hope so.
Doing all the voices. I do voices.
Yeah, Andrew does all the artwork for the show. It's pretty hilarious. And when he was little, he collected the Galactic Heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a giant tub in the basement full of those.
Yeah, I've got one of those and I can't give them away.
Well, there might be room in the giant tub downstairs. I don't know.
But Andrew, you're also a gamer.
Oh yeah.
Are you the biggest gamer out of the three of you?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely the best. We all play. It's just we can't keep up with him. He's amazing.
I'm still stuck in that arena, so
from
That's
Survivor?
embarrassing.
Jedi. No, that's Survivor or
Fallen Order. That's what it
Fallen
is.
Order.
Yeah, Fallen
That's the
Order.
first one. Okay.
Yeah, I almost because I just finished Outlaws and I almost like messaged because I know you were playing Outlaws or which one of you or Lauren or who was playing Outlaws?
I'm trying. Andrew finished it already.
yeah.
Because I got to like the last one where she's trying to hide from the droid and it took me like 3 days to get by that. Where you have to do the what is it? You got to activate like 3 things, and then once you start running, the droid follows you around and captures you. And it took me like 3 days. So
You just shuddered.
yes, it was that freaking bad because my wife would literally she'd like, oh, you're playing this, and she walked out the room because it just keeps repeating itself over and over again.
I have a problem with that game. It doesn't, like most games, it'll give you hints as to what, if you get kind of stuck, it'll give you a little hint on what to do next or where you should be looking or whatever. If this game is giving me hints, I'm not picking up on them. I have to call Andrew in. Yesterday I called him in and I'm like, hey, where am I supposed to go? And he's like, dude, you just do this, dummy. And
Are you just not using context clues, or are you just
probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm old. What can I say?
He's like, IT, get up, move, give it to me.
Yes, right. What are you playing right now, Andrew?
Not Star Wars related, but Helldivers 2.
Okay.
Never heard of that.
What kind of game is it?
It's like co-op shooter. Basically, you get shot down to a planet and you try to survive against like giant bugs or robots or
So
other.
it starts like Fortnite?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm hip.
Yeah.
That's like that Fortnite game.
I said a fortnight.
I mean, you'll need to know Fortnite, so
Yeah, my son doesn't play Fortnite anymore, but I was surprised to learn that it's still a thing. He was huge at Celebration. And they even brought Jar Jar out. Darth Jar Jar will be a playable character.
Oh, really? He'll be playable.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
Andrew,
well-
did you ever get into the Zelda games?
No, I've never been a big like Nintendo fan.
No one's perfect.
Oh,
All right.
Oh.
well, here you're a big Jar Jar guy. Yeah, you love the Jar Jar. Here, watch. So my son,
Who's he
he's
talking
like,
to?
I don't know.
He's talking to himself again.
I know you love
We
Jar
usually
Jar.
edit these episodes out when he starts talking to himself.
Yeah, but no, you were just saying Jar Jar and laughing. So my son, he claims to not be a Star Wars fan,
Okay.
but this is his latest. Can you see it? Hold on. Can you
Oh.
see it?
Oh.
Really?
Huh?
That is not the tattoo of a non-Star Wars fan.
That's
No,
his
it's
fourth
not.
Star Wars tattoo,
Wow.
Wow.
and he's been wanting that. It's but you understand what it is, right?
Oh yeah.
It's Darth Jar Jar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, this is like your fourth Star Wars tattoo. Why? And you don't like Star Wars? Well, I
What
like
is
the
the-
art.
What's the red? Is that like a red kyber crystal?
Yeah, it's a red
Okay.
kyber crystal.
So if he knows about kyber crystals, he's a deep non-Star Wars fan.
Right, pretty much. And then he like sent me a picture of, because this guy's Jeff Wortham that does in Orlando, and he's done a bunch. He's done a couple of tattoos on me, and he's done like all my son's tattoos. And he had a big Rebel. He had a big piece of art, and my son was like, "Should I buy this?" And of course, it's Star Wars, and his girlfriend's just giving him so much crap because she's like, "Dude, you don't like Star Wars, but everything you buy is Star Wars.
I hate to tell him, but I think he might like Star Wars.
You might like Star Wars."
Yeah.
Especially with the art. I feel like the art on your body, it's a big commitment for someone that
Exactly.
doesn't like Star Wars. It's
Right, exactly.
One would think.
a lifetime of hatred.
Hey, and Jason, you know what? If you look deep inside the
Here it
kyber
comes.
crystal,
Here
you
it
know
comes.
what's
You
there.
can see it from a mile away, Glenn. Go ahead, say it.
A flux capacitor.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yes.
So okay, so this thing is what Starlight Racers. What is it?
Stardust Racers.
Stardust Racers. It's a new ride at Epic Universe. It's a roller
Okay.
coaster. It's not in any specific land, but right at the front of the roller coaster is a flux capacitor,
In the back.
or in the back. I guess that's supposed to be like the engine of the train car.
So what's that about?
And so
I don't
I'm
know.
like,
It's
like when they make these rides, there's always a story behind it. Like you're going on a cloud and you're getting in this jet engine, and the jet engine is going to take you to the cloud, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
They just do a flux capacitor on the back of the thing, and they don't explain it.
That's random.
yeah.
It's really random.
I say it's lazy storytelling, but it's becoming a running joke on this show where the flux capacitor is on everything now.
Oh, it's just going to show up everywhere.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
eating mashed potatoes over Easter weekend, and there was a flux capacitor in my mashed potatoes.
Somehow there's a flux capacitor.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Somehow Doc has returned.
Oh no, that's your next D&D thing y'all should do. Be like, look, there's a flux capacitor.
Oh yeah, that's right. Andrew writes the R2D&D2 episodes that we do. He's definitely on the more creative side. I just show up when I show up.
Yeah.
You just show up with a beer,
Yeah.
drink.
And always when someone's talking.
Do you have one now?
No, I have
Oh, we're insulted.
a Diet Coke behind me. It's already open. I wasted the moment.
We are insulted.
Don't be.
We also have news from Celebration. Should I go into that now?
Do
Glenn?
it. Do it.
Yeah,
Do
oh, yeah.
it.
The biggest news, and this was like the worst kept secret, is that Star Wars Starfighter will hit screens May 2027, and it's going to star Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
So I was telling people last time we were talking about Tron Ares and how much I hated Jared Leto, but on the other side of the scale is Ryan Gosling, who I just adore as an actor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think he can pull off a
I
Star
don't
Wars?
think I don't think it's a shared sentiment here.
Oh, I like him. Yeah, I like him just fine. I just
Lawrence face didn't show that.
I don't mind Ryan Gosling. I think I'm a little sick of him right now.
Oh.
He was in Barbie, and then he went off to do what was it? Not Free Guy.
Fall
where
guy.
he was, like the stunt double.
All guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, Fall Guy.
Fall
Okay.
guy.
I just think he's everywhere, and I just need a break. So when he was announced, I was like, like he took my thing. Like
So you and your girlfriends won't go see Ryan Gosling in the Star Wars movie.
probably not. I have a feeling me and my family will go see Ryan Gosling.
Probably true.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I just when I'm like, doing my own stunt casting for Star Wars things, he was just never a name that popped into my head for some reason. But I think he's got the chops for it. I think he can do it.
Yeah. I'm excited because it's 6 years after Rise of Skywalker.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's a whole new area of the Star Wars galaxy. And the rumor is that he's not going to be the main star. They're going to get like a 15-year-old kid to be the main star.
No, kids in Star Wars, great.
Fun. Fun.
It worked in Skeleton Crew.
Mhm.
It did. I'll have to give you that.
For some of them.
Will they play volleyball in this movie, Jason?
Yes.
Sand volleyball.
Shirts off.
Nice.
Kylo Ren style.
Oh no.
Oh, oh, shirts on, please.
Sean Levy is directing that. So I like Sean Levy. I think he's a better director in my opinion than J.J. Abrams.
I thoroughly enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine. So
Yeah.
he's capable, that's for sure.
Real Steel was much better than it should have been.
I have never seen that.
That was it's been a minute
Yeah.
for me, but it was decent.
For a movie that's essentially the Rock'em Sock'em movie, it's pretty good. Yeah, with Hugh Jackman. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to check that out, I guess.
There's a lot of heart in it. So that just gives me some hope that this will be a good movie.
Rebellions are built on hope.
Yep. That's what they say.
Yeah.
And then Maul Shadow Lord was announced. This is an animated show that takes place between Clone Wars and Rebels. And I'm hoping we'll see like Kira and Dryden Voss show up.
Yes. This took me completely by surprise. I knew they were working on something animated. I didn't suspect this at all.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. This to me checks a lot of boxes.
Yeah.
Well, you're finally getting the underworld.
Yeah. That's true.
So hopefully.
What was the time frame again, Jason?
Between Clone Wars and Rebels. So actually Prince Seizure, because the Black Sun.
Interesting.
Yeah, Black Sun.
Because it's Crimson Sun and Black Sun. So that makes sense.
A lot of suns.
Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn, yeah.
It's Crimson Dawn.
But it's still a sun-related thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that could be really cool. So that's also the same timeline as Solo.
Yep.
Yeah,
Han might show up.
Good.
Maybe they'll finally explain how he gets to Tatooine too. He's just like, no, not Tatooine, Dathomir.
Oh yeah,
because he gets stranded on Dathomir in Rebels, but then he's just showing up on Tatooine for some reason. So
that's because he's looking for Kenobi.
Is he?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard.
You know what's sad, and you know what's really, really sad, and I'm probably going to lose my Star Wars card over this, is I was watching a TikTok, and somebody had sent me the final battle between Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and Darth Maul. They themed it to Enter Sandman. Oh. And I went, oh, that's why he hates Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Jason's face.
It took me a long time.
It was like, oh my God. I can't believe it took me this long to that light bulb to click.
Because Obi-Wan cut him in half.
Right.
Well, I'm glad you've caught up with the rest of us.
I know.
Also, Bill Clinton's no longer president, just as a general FYI.
Whoa, what happened?
We've had like 4 other presidents since then.
Man.
Anyways, they had a brief panel for Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they should drop the trailer. So if you were lucky, you were able to see the trailer before they pulled it.
I was real surprised that stayed up as long as it did, or it seems to be bouncing around pretty decent. If you know where to look. Yeah.
You downloaded it?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, yeah.
It's I don't understand why they just won't release that trailer. It's finished. It's ready. I don't get it. I don't know why they do that.
It's just to make you mad.
Yes.
Well, they do a good job.
They're like that one jerk in Cincinnati. I just want to piss him off.
He keeps
There are
emailing
like,
us.
well, hold on. There are like 3 or 4 jerks in Cincinnati. They're, I'm not the only one. I might be the biggest one. Yeah, that trailer was epic. It was everything
pretty
I
cool.
wanted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you pick up on the snowtroopers without
Yes.
their face thing? It was still
Yeah.
the stormtrooper mask. I don't know why I never thought that's what
Oh, I
would
didn't
be
even
under it.
see that.
No,
I
it's
didn't
the
even
McQuarrie.
notice that.
It's
Yeah,
the
it
McQuarrie
looks
trooper.
exactly like the McQuarrie trooper. It's so cool because they just pull the thing up and it's boom, classic snow trooper. That was really cool.
I'll have to pay attention when I find it again.
I thought it was cool just to be inside an AT-AT.
Yes.
You mean
absolutely.
at it?
No, I said what I said.
Oh,
Everything I know about Star Wars, I learned about Kenner commercials. So.
Okay.
and there's Zeb. You got to see Zeb.
Yes.
Yeah, Zeb's in it.
On, I almost said Tatooine. Is that Tatooine or is that Navarro?
I don't know. They didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like an image, right? Of
Yeah,
them
it's hard to
walking,
tell.
Screen grab. But
I
he's,
would assume that it's the same planet that they saw Zeb on the last time.
Oh,
that Rebel base.
the
in
Vietnam.
the Philippines. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, me love you long time.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Glenn. Jesus.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Go to bed, kids.
Yeah.
There's Jason's microphone. It just keeps getting worse.
But yeah, that looked cool. Lauren, Andrew, what's your thoughts? Did you see the trailer before it got pulled?
I've seen a couple clips. I'm disappointed in no flipping. I haven't seen any Baby Yoda flipping.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, he stepped out of the way.
He stepped out of the way. I kind of wanted a quick backflip.
Nope.
Nope, not gonna
Didn't
happen.
happen.
No, I think it looks amazing. I'm excited. The whole long run through the AT-AT.
Yeah,
There it is.
sure.
It looks fantastic. I'm excited because I now know through research who Zeb is. When I first watched
God.
Mandalorian.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
Oops.
Who's that purple guy? And why is Glenn crying?
I know.
Well, what are they doing in your room watching you cry?
Yeah,
Why is he streaming this?
Why? Why are they live streaming?
I'm uncomfortable.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
What about you?
I love the whole like one shot fight scene. I love that kind of stuff in movies.
Yeah.
Had some like Daredevil vibes.
Yeah.
Daredevil hallway fights. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. But Imperial Walkers instead.
Yeah.
And then they did show an Ahsoka season 2 trailer-ish thing. It was just a bunch of images that were thrown up on the screen.
I didn't see this.
They did reveal that Zeb will be on the show.
Oh,
Nice.
He didn't make any appearances in the first season. That they're going to be fighting in 2 different galaxies, literally. There's going to be like ancient machines that are like mecha, I don't know, huge, giant Godzilla-sized machines that they have to battle at some point.
oh no.
And I
Like,
think that's on
what was it, Bad
Peridia.
Batch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's an ancient machine on Peridia is what I would guess.
Okay.
That's like a security system.
Well, Dave did say because it's a different galaxy, he can just go balls to the wall in Peridia and
Well, he
it
should be
wouldn't
careful.
affect anything.
He should be careful.
He should be careful.
But he's also Dave, so
Right. It
who
doesn't
around him
matter
is going to tell
because
him to be careful?
I'd still run after him at Celebration and be like, "Thank you."
Nice. Nice. How do you feel about the Hound taking over Balin Skull?
I think he looks great.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
I mean, because isn't he was friends with Ray and stuff, so it's got
Yeah.
it's got that, and he's going to want to do him honor, honor him by doing the role right. And he has sword training because of the Game of Thrones.
But he's got the physical presence too.
Yeah.
I think they chose wisely. I think that's going to work out really well.
Right.
And then the other thing they revealed is that Admiral Akbar will be going up against Thrawn.
That's going to be amazing.
So Akbar will be on the show.
I'm ready for that. It's about time we see some Akbar action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who Thrawn is, Lauren?
Yeah. I do now.
Acura's all-new ADX, a compact SUV that isn't just built for one thing, it's precision crafted for everything. To escape the grind with available all-wheel drive. To go with your flow with available Google built-in.
Hey Google, turn it up.
Okay, turning up the volume. And crafted to be heard with an available Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. The all-new Acura ADX, crafted to match your energy. Acura, precision crafted performance.
Take your vibes on go.
Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
So good, so good, so good.
Great gifts for mom? We've got them. And they're up to 60% off at Nordstrom Rack stores now.
You know they have Marc Jacobs?
Gotta show mom some love.
That is so good.
Snag amazing deals on Mother's Day gifts from Barefoot Dreams, Kate Spade New York, and more. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.
Oh, Lauren.
I'm learning. The show is helping.
I did get yelled at when Ahsoka asked that one lady, "Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?" And I went, "What the?" And my wife was like, "Babe, come on." I'm like, "But it's Thrawn. They just mentioned Thrawn."
You got yelled at.
I did.
That's funny.
Yes.
Hasbro had a bunch of reveals, but I don't know if I'll go through them all because I don't want to bore everyone.
Do the big hitters.
Well, there was for the vintage collection, Moff Gideon in his Dark Trooper armor, Cobb Vanth without his Boba Fett armor, which is something people asked for. Crosshairs from the Bad Batch.
Okay.
The rocket launcher trooper from Jedi Survivor, the Night Sister Marin from Jedi Survivor, and then the Bantha.
The Bantha.
That's Ted. Ted just ordered 5 of them.
No.
Shipping's going to be really slow on that, guys.
Did you see Tamora Morrison's little song that he did in celebration about the riding the Bantha?
I thought that was cute.
It was fun.
So Crosshair from Bad Batch, is that I know they did Hunter, is that correct?
Yeah, they did Hunter so far.
And that's it? Just the 2 so far?
Yeah.
Oh my, why the whole?
We don't have Teak. We don't have Teak or Wrecker, but Wrecker's going to be huge.
That will be a large figure. What do we have to compare? Like an Efont Mon, something of that size? Maybe not quite that big.
No,
Probably
it would
like
be
Zeb.
like a Dark Trooper.
Dark Trooper. Okay, that'd be good. I was thinking the drummer from way back from Jabba's palace. I can't remember his name.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. His drum solo was epic.
Epic. Yeah,
And
that
then-
would be a larger figure for sure.
For the Black Series, there's a new Han Solo coming and a new Chewbacca, which I'm sure they're going to scale down to the vintage collection. Cal Kestis and the Turgle and Scuba Steve. Is that really Scuba Steve from what's the Sandler movie?
That doesn't.
Big Daddy?
Big
Yeah.
Daddy. The little kid wanted Scuba Steve,
Yeah.
and this is Scuba Steve.
It's got to be a nod to it at least.
It's gotta
Right.
be.
Yeah.
I don't even remember him from the game, but
Is that the version with the goatee?
it has the
Yes.
alternate head.
Yes,
Yes.
with the mullet.
Was that in the game? Andrew, was there a mullet in the
He-
game? Was that?
Yeah.
I don't know if there was a mullet, but he's just this little like some weird alien creature who talks like an old sea captain.
Oh, we're talking about two things. Sorry.
Oh.
We're
you're
talking about
Scuba Steve?
Scuba Steve.
Yeah.
And then in the box itself, Cal Kestis comes with the mullet and the
In a
Oh.
goatee?
long
And a Fu
mustache.
Manchu.
Fu Manchu, yeah.
Yeah,
Is
there's
that
a
in the
couple
game?
different hairstyles you can choose.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Is that what you used when you played, Andrew?
I don't remember. Maybe.
That's a yes.
Yeah.
That's a yes. I don't want to admit it, but it's a yes.
And he just kept
Hey,
saying,
man.
America.
And then Lauren would chime in and finish the song. Don't do it.
Do what?
Finish that line.
I don't remember. I'm so.
Oh,
so
you've
deaf.
never seen Team America World Police.
Oh, I didn't. My microphone went out, so I didn't hear.
Oh,
okay.
I said, America.
Don't
Lauren.
finish it. Nope.
Oh, you're trying to bait them. Night Sister Marin is coming, and then Dash Rendar in the Black Series, who looks like Kurt Russell with his
Yes.
giant jawline. It looks weird. He's got the
Yeah.
very sharp line in his jaw.
It's interesting. So that's the second figure from Shadows. Is that right? We've got Shizor.
It's it's technically the fourth because we also got Leia Bausch and Luke Skywalker in that Imperial Guard
Luke,
costume.
yeah.
And
That was a
two-pack.
cool costume, outfit, uniform.
Yeah.
Uniform.
Yep.
That was my very first custom when that came out. I bought 2 of the Lukes, and I popped one of their heads off and stuck Lando on it because Lando was in disguise too in the book.
I have one of your customs sitting next to me that you haven't finished.
Oh Lord!
What
Are we
custom?
revealing this? So on one of my episodes, I was talking about Bith and a Bith that was a Sith, and what if it was a female and it was big? It would be your big Bith cis sister. So I went to Ollie's and I bought a Barbie doll and I bought a Bith.
Lord!
I'm in the process of, Lauren, if you want to hold it up there.
Oh my goodness!
Scalped this Barbie, and he's gonna glue it on.
Oh my gosh!
We have his little.
Oh, yeah, I took one of the musical instruments and stuck a lightsaber blade in it.
That hair needs to be dark. It's got to be
It'll
black.
be on the shelf soon.
I've got a cape, and I might come up with a skirt option for the big Bith cis sister.
Okay.
Was that Darth Trevenus?
I don't know.
No,
maybe
in the book. There's a
Yeah.
Darth Plagueis book, and I think it's Darth Trevenus or something like
Yeah,
that.
I think that might be right. Oh, speaking of which, going all the way back to Maul, sorry. They're going to introduce Darth Talon, is that right?
I
Have you
think
guys
so.
heard this?
Yeah,
as his apprentice.
It's the abandoned storyline from The Force Awakens, the George
I don't
Lucas's
know.
original script.
Oh wow!
I thought she came before Maul for some reason.
Yeah,
It
but that
don't
was
matter.
old
We
canon.
don't pay attention to the EU.
Oh,
anymore.
old canon? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want.
I mean, they're toy box.
Yeah.
I'm just here for it.
Right.
Real quick, the other things. So that was all they announced at the panel, and then afterwards, you go to their booth, and they showed off a Black Series full-size Death Trooper helmet.
Very cool with
Which is
lights.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's from Andor. Oh, no, sorry, Rogue One. Rogue One.
Little self
Whatever
promotion.
would you say,
Whoops.
Rogue Fun all the
Whoops.
time, Jason?
Oops, what'd I do? I guess Krennic will appear in a ceremonial outfit at some point because they made a Black Series figure from Andor from that.
Yeah.
And then in the trailer there were these dudes that looked like they were in the ISB and they were wearing armor, but they didn't have like stormtrooper masks.
Yeah.
They're tactical agents, and I guess those are coming to the Black Series as well.
Okay. That's a good look. I like that.
This will be interesting to see. The Hollywood Reporter said that they interviewed Tony Gilroy because obviously Andor premieres tonight if this releases on Tuesday, or it's already released if you're listening to after Tuesday.
Yeah.
Gilroy hoped to populate Yavin 4 with as many familiar faces as possible, but some of the actors they had to recast. And he said legacy characters are really, really tricky to bring back. They're very expensive, and a lot of the times the schedules don't work. So there's a couple people he wanted to have at Yavin 4, but they won't be there. And I had a couple ideas of who that might be. Jimmy Smits might be replaced by Benjamin Bratt.
Oh,
as Bail Organa. Because there's a rumor that Benjamin Bratt is in the show.
That would make sense then. Yeah, I could see that.
The
Interesting.
other one might be Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah,
Because
hard to get Peter Cushing.
That's point A, yes.
Damn microphone.
Yeah,
So that's because I did click on clickbait, and I guess that was who they were talking about. They're like, a major legacy character has been recast, and it's like, really? Not really, but whatever. I think that would be a good, he could pull it off.
But if they wanted to include Grand Moff Tarkin, they can't do what they did in Rogue One with the face replacement, because that's what got Disney in a lawsuit with the person who claims he owns Peter Cushing's likeness.
Oh.
So they would completely have to recast then.
Yeah.
Where's the guy that played him in episode 3? What's he look like now?
That was all makeup.
Was it?
Yeah, when you look at I think it's the action figure, they have the little cutout of the faces on the bottom corner that's high def. And when you look at that dude, there's just like all makeup, like he's from Dick Tracy or something.
Oh, Lord.
That's his dated reference. I'm sorry.
Yeah, kids. Dick Tracy was
Oh, oh no.
He was a private dick. And
He's
Madonna
just
was
good.
in it. He dressed in yellow.
Oh my gosh, Madonna.
I like that movie. Tony Gilroy also said that the original score composer won't be back for season 2. He had some personal issues, so he did part of it, and then Brandon Roberts came in and did the rest of it. So
Interesting.
it's a small detail
Hmm.
nobody cares about.
Something to listen for, though.
Yeah, to see if things change midway through.
Yeah.
They just change key all of a sudden. Oh, there's the new composer.
Ooh, that was alarming.
Yeah. Do you guys watch Visions? Did you like those?
Some of them. Yeah. Some of them.
Lauren
You guys-
is a no. She hasn't seen any of them.
Is Lauren frozen?
Hold on.
No. I'm looking at her face and I'm like, is she saying no?
Visions, I think it's a cool concept. They're just some of the storylines are not holding me.
Yeah.
So I think everything I've seen looks fantastic, but I'm bored a minute in because I just don't care.
Yeah.
As
That's
terrible as
valid.
that sounds.
Same.
Andrew,
never
did you
there.
watch? Did you watch Visions, bud?
I never got around to it.
No.
Maybe
Good
this
job.
season.
Good job.
Don't
Well,
lie.
Nah, not gonna happen.
Wow.
Volume 3 has sequels to, I think, Volume 1. There's three of those episodes, I guess, that are going to be sequelized in the third season.
Yeah. Is that the
So-
Ninth Jedi? Is that what I saw?
Yeah, The Ninth Jedi, The Duel, and Village Bride, which I don't remember any of those.
I vaguely remember them.
Yeah, it was a one and done for me. I was like, moving on.
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy did reveal that Tony McNamara, who wrote Poor Things and The Favorite, is co-penning the script along with Taika Waititi. Sorry,
Taika Waititi's back, huh?
It's slowly working on it, I guess.
Better be good.
Yeah, I hope. I hope it's Jojo Rabbit or Thor Ragnarok good. I hope
Yeah.
it's not
So much Thor Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder.
Yeah. Yikes.
No, sir. Kathleen Kennedy also, no, I'm sorry, Nick and Carlton Cuse are reportedly working on a Star Wars series. They've written for Lost, Watchmen, Leftovers, and The Strain.
Oh.
That's a good track record.
So they said there's three shows in the works at Lucasfilm right now, but they haven't revealed what any of them are. I was hoping we'd get more of the upcoming slate and maybe a new show to look forward to other than Ahsoka, but
I'm hesitant to look for stuff like that from them because of what they've done to us in the past.
Where's my Lando?
yes.
Oh,
Where's Lando?
that hurts.
What's that? I'm sorry.
I think we all want Lando.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Solo 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
Sure. Have you guys been to Disney World yet? Galaxy's Edge?
No, we haven't been to Disney since 2009, I think.
Wow.
It's been forever.
Do you have any interest in going?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. Yeah.
Andrew?
Yeah, I think that was my I think that was my favorite part. The first time we went.
Yeah.
So when you get on Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, there's 6 seats. The 2 up front are the pilots. One guy controls up and down, and the other guy controls left and right.
Oh my gosh.
The seat behind that is gunner, right? Am I getting
Yes.
this right, Glenn?
Yep.
And they're firing the
You're
blasters.
just pressing a ton of buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the engineer in the back, they do nothing. They essentially, at one point, they go, engineer, press this, and you have to press a button. Engineer, press this, and you press a button. That's really all you do.
Sheesh.
And it's become a big joke at Galaxy's Edge because the engineer's worthless, and there's like memes of people just sitting in the back, just like slouched in their chair because some 3-year-old is crashing the Falcon up front as a pilot, and there's nothing they can do. But they're changing it up. So now when you get on Smuggler's Run, the engineers will be able to select, and this is in a year, be able to select the location you fly to.
Oh.
So you can fly to Coruscant, Tatooine, Bespin, or the wreckage of the Death Star from Rise of Skywalker.
Cool.
But it'll be the engineer in the back who picks where you go.
Okay. So you get one job.
You get one
Well,
job.
and you get to play with Grogu.
Well, yeah, you get to watch on a screen Grogu the pre-animated stuff. It's not like you're going to be interacting with them.
It's
Is
probably
that
like a Tamagotchi.
Yeah,
Is
put
it
me in
that
the back.
Grogu and the Fuzz Bunnies or whatever that was that came out
Oh,
however many years ago?
No. No.
oh no.
So have you guys sat in each seat?
I think I've done Gunner and Pilot. Yeah.
I haven't
Which is
done
your
Gunner.
favorite? Is
I mean,
Pilot the
Pilot.
best?
You're flying
Pilot's the
Falcon.
best.
Yeah. Okay.
I went with my nephew when he was 3 years old, and I was in one of the pilot seats and he was in the other. And it was during COVID, so it was just me, him, and my brother. And my brother was in the gunner seat, and so there's no one in the engineer seat. And we start flying, and my nephew gets really, really scared. He doesn't do anything. He's just trapped. And so I'm like, and they're in, you've got one controller in your seat and the other controller in the next seat. So I'm stretched out.
You can you see what I mean? He's still talking, and I can understand what he's saying, and then he goes,
Yeah.
"Oh man, I'm dead."
Yeah, I'm stretched out between two different seats, like trying to fly the Falcon.
Oh,
with
man.
both hands.
That's funny.
It's fun though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's worth it a couple of times, but it does get old. I'm kind of glad they're changing it up, because that was the original. You were supposed to have 3 different films, and they only did one. But
So-
then again, we were supposed to have a whole lot more at Smugglers and Galaxy's Edge.
True.
And then
True.
Jim Cummings revealed what he's doing with Outlaws, and he's playing Hondo. So Hondo
Yeah.
and Nako become like downloadable content.
Has that been released yet?
No,
No. Okay.
they just dropped a trailer.
Is that what? Okay. I saw that and I texted Andrew like, "Oh, they just dropped it." He didn't respond because he was probably like, "Idiot." No, they didn't. And he was just too nice to tell me that.
Damn it, Dad.
Andrew, do you have the VR stuff?
No,
MetaQuest?
I don't.
Okay, never mind.
Is it worth it?
I think so. I mean, I did Vader Immortal, which was incredible.
Okay.
It's a great Star Wars game in full 3D, and like everywhere you turn, it's Star Wars. It's great. But then I did the Galaxy's Edge one, and that one made me really motion sickness. And I did understand what happened with this one that they didn't apply to that one. They must have changed the code a little bit because I got sick.
Yikes. That's always my fear with that stuff, but it's so prevalent now that I'm sure they've worked out most of the bugs, except for Galaxy's Edge, maybe.
Yeah. But it's fun.
Vader
That's
Immortal, I'd be interested to check that out.
Yeah, next time you're down here for a day, give us a call.
Okay.
I'll have the MetaQuest ready.
Okay. That sounds
can
good.
play.
Beats the heck out of sitting in the hotel lobby, paying $15 for a shitty beer.
Oh,
I got to put $1 in the jar.
It wasn't me.
It was me.
You broke it.
Uh,
But yeah, the only other thing I have is the list of all the movies that they've announced, and I thought we can go through and rate.
well, Adam, we had. If you want to discuss them where they're doing Celebration before we do movies, or do you want to do them that?
we could say that for after.
Okay, we'll do that after. Okay.
So from most likely to be released to least likely, I wish I had something funnier,
Nice.
but I don't.
No, I think that's good.
Okay, we'll go with it. Mandalorian and Grogu is the first one, which comes out May 22nd. And I would normally say like it's a sure thing, but Warner Brothers shelves all those movies now, so it's not out of the realm of possibility that someone just deletes a movie.
I think there would be rioting in the streets if this didn't come out.
Yeah, I agree.
Our street, to be specific.
Yeah. On our little cul-de-sac, the three of
Yes.
us would be out there raising all kinds of heck.
Yeah. I think it's a sure thing. I think this
Yeah.
is a $1 billion earner easy.
Yeah.
If the Minecraft movie can do 750 million, Mandalorian's going to get $1 billion. I can guarantee that.
But there's no Jason Momoa.
And maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it'll hit $1 billion.
All the moms are like, I don't care about Minecraft. Jason's in that. My husband's in that movie. I got to go see it.
I have Momoa burnout after the second Aquaman movie.
So you are to Momoa as Lauren is to Ryan Gosling.
Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe. Strong.
Cool.
Are you thinking about that?
Thinking like,
I'm trying to think if I actually like him as an actor. I don't think I've never seen Aquaman. I tried to stay away from it, to be honest.
Wasn't he in a Fast and Furious?
he was in a wondered maybe the last one.
I didn't see that one. That's the one where they're driving
those
down the
movies
dam.
got so ridiculous.
I just don't know why you need so many. They go fast and they're furious. We get it. I don't.
But they go into space.
Oh,
They did go into space in one of them.
Yes, they did. Just
My
to
gosh.
say they did it.
Right.
Clearly, yeah.
And now they're running down dams. So Star Wars Starfighter, the Ryan Gosling movie.
I think that'll happen.
I think it will. They've already got actors attached and a title. Usually it's one or the other.
That doesn't mean much though at Lucasfilm.
Yeah. True.
they don't have a storyline for it though, do they? Like nothing has been released about what.
No.
No, not that I'm aware of.
So they could scrap.
But Sean Levy was like on stage, we are filming now. Trying to convince people like this is not gonna happen.
I'm not gonna trick you again.
I want to know what Kathleen Kennedy said. Did she say it's coming out? Because then I'm doubtful. But if she kept her mouth shut, then
She was on stage though, so
yeah.
Oh.
Did we hear from Andrew? What does he think? Starfighter?
It sounds cool, I guess. Ryan Gosling's all right, I suppose.
Do you think the movie will actually happen?
I gave it like a 50-50.
50-50.
Wow.
What about New Jedi Order with Daisy Ridley that's been floating around for years and 4 different script writers and on the scale of likely to not going to happen, where does this fall?
I think this one's going to fall apart.
Yeah. I don't want to say absolutely not going to happen because there might be that slight chance, but I think we're down. We're pretty low on if it's going to happen.
I think they're going to force it through. I think that this will become a chip on their shoulder. Like, no, we're going to do this. Lucas,
Just out of spite.
Just out of spite, we're going to do this damn movie.
Do you think it'll still have Charmaine Obaid-Chinoy attached to it, or do you think she burned bridges when she made a weird comment? And I don't know what she meant by it. I don't think she meant anything terrible about it, but so many people took it the wrong way, myself included at first until I really started thinking about it. But I do think that was enough for people to back off of her.
See, I forgot all about that until you mentioned it. So I think enough time has passed, and there's going to be even more time between when this movie released. Because
that's true.
At this point, it's not going to come out until at least 2028.
And now you're just bringing it up and starting stuff again.
Yeah.
That's what I do, I guess.
Just adding to the internet hate.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Keyboard warrior.
Where's my keyboard?
Here you go, Ted. You can have mine.
Okay, thanks.
So there's 2 movies that seem to be competing against each other because Taika was talking about his movie, and it's the Dawn of the Jedi, but James Mangold was working on Dawn of the Jedi, about the start of the Jedi. And so with the I'll have to bring this up in a minute. So you got these 2 competing movies. One of them is going to probably get canceled out. Do you think it's Taika or do you think it's James Mangold? I mean, James Mangold so is Taika. They're both Oscar winners.
This is the same thing that happened with Sean Levy. Taika Waititi had a big hit, and they're like, let's bring him on to Star Wars. And then James Mangold had, we'll call it a big hit with the last indie movie. They're like, let's bring him on to Star Wars. And then Sean Levy had Deadpool and Wolverine. They're like, let's bring him on to Star Wars. I don't know. I really do think Sean Levy's movie's going to be made. I would like to see James Mangold make the movie he has been talking about. Taika Waititi, loved him as IG-11.
Yes.
I mean, do you want a comedy? I guess the question is do you want a comedy Star Wars?
If it's done well, comedy. Yeah. If it's a movie that has comedy in it, I don't want like a Star Wars 3 Stooges movie. I'm okay without that in my life. Yeah.
I've also I've asked what is a Star Wars? What makes a Star Wars Star Wars? And it's a blend of comedy, it's a blend of action, some heart, the Force, the mystic, the religion.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes Star Wars. And I think you have to have comedy. And I think a movie like Jojo Rabbit, with that kind of style and tone, would be a great Star Wars movie. I have no concerns.
Yeah, absolutely. So he has it in him. He could do it.
Yeah.
Of the two, I think that James Mangold would probably edge him out if it had to be one or the other.
What has he done?
Who, James Mangold?
Yeah.
The last thing he did that I'm aware of was the Indiana Jones, the Dial of Destiny.
Well, and he also did the
Complete Unknown, the
the
Bob Dylan movie.
Bob,
with
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Chalamet!
Jason,
He also he does a bunch of those. He did
Walk
Johnny
the Line.
Cash. Johnny
Huh?
Cash. He did the
Oh,
Johnny
I
Cash
love that movie.
Yeah.
I love that
I,
movie.
that's
yeah.
I'm just looking at his movies, and they would be. I think they would have a more serious tone than Tycho's would.
Yeah.
I just realized I'm very orange in this video, and I don't like it.
Did you just get a spray tan?
I guess. I just
Solid.
rubbed Cheetos on my skin, and that's what happened.
No.
Are they flaming hot?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Dave Filoni's movie.
I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Right?
Especially if he's
gonna
going to
tell
do a big end. Well, we're already going to get it in Ahsoka, but I guess we'll get it again on the big screen.
Yeah.
If he brings that into, if he can't do it in Ahsoka, he'll do it in the big screen.
Yeah.
Andrew, thoughts on Filoni movie?
If he's capable of making like an Avengers level Star Wars movie, that would be awesome. But I guess we'll have to see after this.
Okay.
We'll just have to see.
We'll have to see after Ahsoka,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Leaving it to fate.
That's
See how he does with that.
Andrew, Ahsoka is your favorite character, right? That's
Yeah.
correct. Okay, so is season 2 of Ahsoka something you're really looking forward to, or are you hesitant, or how do you feel about that?
I'm pretty excited for it. There were a couple things in the first season that I was less excited to look at, I guess.
Yeah. Some of that was off.
It's
I thought-
interesting.
I thought having Obi-Wan and Ahsoka come out back to back was probably the wrong choice, since they're both like depressed Jedi who have to get their groove back.
Yeah. Get their groove back. That's funny.
Did Stella come out?
No, Jedi get the groove back. What is the possibility of a Lando movie?
Ugh.
So this
Hurts
one's
my
heartbreak.
heart.
I have hope in my heart, but ugh.
You would have to
So-
get Donald Glover to just like open up. I mean, his whole schedule would have to open up.
What is
Last
he
I
doing?
heard, he and his brother were still writing it.
Yeah.
So is he doing the Community movie now? Is that what they're
That hasn't started filming yet. They were supposed to do it a while ago.
okay?
Because at one point, my daughter, I mean, she went to high school down here in Georgia, and that's where he's from. And
Yeah.
she came into my room, and she's on Twitter or Instagram. She's like, Donald Glover's filming Community right now in Atlanta. I'm like, where?
We have to go.
We have to go. And I
Get the
started
car
looking it up.
keys. Pack your things. We're leaving.
Let's go. Roads where we're going, we don't need roads.
Hey, you know what's on the back of that car?
Oh,
The license plate that says "out of time" is on the
There
back
it
of the
is.
car.
nice.
But yeah, he wasn't filming Community. Long story short.
Atlanta wrapped up, right? There
Yeah,
are no more
Atlanta's
seasons of that. Okay.
Like 2-3 years old.
Which I need to watch.
It's good.
I'm
It's
sure
la-
it is.
Some episodes are great. Some episodes I'm like, what is happening to my eyes right now? I don't
Right.
understand.
But then the way they wrap it up, you're kind of like, what have I been watching the last 4 seasons?
Yeah. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Going back to James Mangold and Taika, how they're competing against each other. Starfighter sounds a lot like Rogue Squadron. A
Yeah.
movie that's just about starfighters. Does this mean that Patty Jenkins' movie is not going to happen if they're making this other Starfighter movie?
I would say yes.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. And between the two, I think I was more excited to see Patty Jenkins because it sounded like it took place in the OT era.
Yeah. We can get Blue
I don't know.
Squadron back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Andrew, thoughts?
I think I'd be more excited to see like a Rebels Starfighter experience rather than this new, it's not new trilogy, but after the sequels, I don't know. I'm not really excited for that kind of era.
Yeah, like who's the villain in this era? Because they've completely destroyed the First Order and
Well,
Palpatine in
I've got a
theory.
spoiler for you. Somehow, I'm kidding. Oh, I would walk right out of the theater. Somehow, like, nope, not again.
Somehow, once again, Palpatine has returned again.
Listen, guys, I got to tell you something. He just won't go away, this guy.
So, like, is it pirates? I mean,
I'd be down for a movie with Star Wars pirates. Where's Hondo? Come on.
Right.
I could see, like, if they're gonna do what they did with the previous ones, where like the stormtroopers were inspired by Nazis, and like they take real world experience and try to put it in there, like maybe they're terrorists.
Yeah.
Like Splinter Cells from the First Order terrorists. They're by an idealist or something, some ideological guy.
So this is sequel trilogy stuff, right?
Yeah, this is like 6 years after Rise of Skywalker.
Okay. So you couldn't bring any of the Nile or anything like that into it.
The Nile?
The Nile is from High Republic, the bad guys in High Republic.
Oh,
Could they
I thought
make
it was
a
I thought it was a
comeback?
river in Egypt.
Yeah.
I thought
It was
a-
totally it runs backwards.
I thought it was a Dochi song. I don't know. Were the Nile were they completely done away with? I don't know how that ended. I didn't get into the
They're still fleshing it all out. They're still writing
Oh,
it.
gotcha.
From I only read like the first 3 books, and then I lost track of where to go next, so I didn't finish it.
So I wonder if that could be a thing like Thrawn and Peridia, where they banish them to somewhere and then they make a comeback years and years and years later. I don't know. That's all very reminiscent of the Yuzan Vong from old legacy stuff.
Yeah. I guess it's a possibility, but we'll see. Ryan Johnson, which I know you didn't like The Last Jedi, but it is a really good movie. And Ryan Johnson is a really good writer-director. If you look at everything else he's done, and you
I agree.
I don't like The Last Jedi. Maybe it's you.
No, it's not. It's not. Last Jedi is stunning to look at. There are just things that they just grate against me, like Canto Bight. And I'm not going to go on a tirade, but there are things that I just can't get past. Do I think he could do well with the trilogy that isn't attached to anything else already? I think so. Or maybe not even a trilogy, but give him something.
Yeah.
I think he could do really well. I like just about everything else I've seen he's done.
Lauren?
I think it's hard when you give one director something and you give another director that thing and you want them to continue it in their own way. Not everyone has the same mindset, which is what happened with The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
But I agree, if you give him his own thing without a pre-existing storyline, I'm sure he could do amazing things. Last Jedi, as much as it pains me to say this, it wasn't that bad. Like it wasn't too bad, but
Yeah.
I just think that I don't know. The sequels get a lot of bad rap. There's some stuff in there that is not great.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go for it.
I walked out of The Last Jedi and I was like, that's a really good movie. And I looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes, 94%. Yeah. We finally got a really great new, they've done it twice, The Force Awakens and then this. And then I looked online to all the comments and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think I watched it the one time in theaters and I remember being just like, I think just disappointed.
Yeah.
After that, I was just like, I was over it. I didn't even want to see Rise of Skywalker because I was like, I mean, unless they can completely do 180 turnaround, then
Yeah.
but I do think if you give him his own thing, then he might be able to pull it off.
I think so too. The what's the thing he's working with? Daniel Craig.
The Onion, Knives
Glass
Out
Onion
series.
and Knives Out. Yeah.
Those are good movies.
Those are awesome movies. He's got a third
Fantastic.
one coming out this year too. So
Oh,
Andrew, thoughts?
I'd see a Ryan Johnson. I don't know about trilogy, but like a movie. If he's able to do something completely unique, not tied to anything we've seen already, I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm on board with you. What about Simon Kinberg and his whole trilogy? This is the last one. He's supposed to be working on 10, 11, and 12.
Oh, this is still
Yeah,
rumored to be happening. I didn't know.
Yeah,
There's
apparently-
Ted's answer right there. What the hell?
Apparently, it's the overall arc of the all three movies, and now they're getting writers to come in and to take the first chunk to make that into a movie, and they'll do the same thing with the other two. But for now, they're just working on the first episode 10.
Do we have any like? Would it take up Ray's story, or would this be something completely unrelated? Or
You remember that little kid that had the broom?
Broom Boy.
It's not Broom Boy.
No.
I heard rumors at one point that they were going to have a movie with an older version of Ray, and they were talking to different older actresses. Maybe, but again, who's going to be the villain? Past Rise of Skywalker, I don't know who the villain is, so it would have to be a compelling story. Not against it.
Yeah, I think they should just abandon the episode 10, 11, 12. They're done with the Skywalker saga. You can do something new.
Yeah, because if you go episode 10, in my mind at least, it kind of has to tie into the Skywalker saga. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just the way I think of it. So just come up with something new.
But I haven't been happy with Simon Kinberg stuff. The Fantastic Four movie, some of those X-Men movies are kind of stinkers.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. He's not done great things.
Was he the original Fantastic Four movies, or was he the second version?
The second version, the one with
yeah. With what's his name?
What's his name from Top Gun? Miles Teller.
Yeah, Miles Teller.
Michael.
Some other people.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan's in it. Yeah. Was it Mara something?
Couldn't name the rest of them.
Kate Mara?
No, that sounds right. Yeah, something like that.
But that's all the movies I have. Andrew, what did you think of Simon Kinberg? Did you like his X-Men? X-Men.
The X-Men movies were okay. I never saw that Fantastic Four movie.
I couldn't get through it.
You're all right.
It's okay. Which X-Men movies did he do?
The last one, not Days of Future Past.
Age of Apocalypse?
No, not that one. It's the one after it with Jessica Chastain, where she played an alien.
Days of Future Past?
No.
I'm just guessing now.
Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix.
Yeah. Dark Phoenix.
Oh.
Yes. That was a stinker.
Lauren's like, oh, that piece of junk.
Oh, no.
What's even worse is...
That came out straight to Laserdisc.
Thing.
Are you with us, Jason?
I'm here.
Oh,
I was about
okay.
ready to punch the microphone.
Uh-oh.
But Simon Kinberg wrote and directed that movie, Dark Phoenix. So it's a double whammy.
Yeah. He gets all the credit.
Yeah. All the credit for that turd.
Turd in the pool.
Turd in the X-Men pool. But that's all the news that I had.
That's a chunk. That was a bunch.
Yeah.
Glenn
a
has
good weekend
more
for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yes.
They announced the next celebration.
I know. So they announced the next celebration, and to everybody's surprise, it's in LA in 27. Yeah.
What do you think? You guys going to try to do it?
I am.
Are you?
The thing that concerns me is they reportedly had 100,000 people in Japan.
Oh.
Like, that's just too many people.
Yeah.
I don't even like going to the basic comic expos when it's just a couple thousand.
My fear is like in a week's time, we're going to hear like, oh, all these people got this new strain of COVID. Where'd that come from? Uh-oh.
Well, I think it's bird flu. The bird flu is starting to jump from mammals.
Oh, jeez.
That's not scary at all.
No, I would be afraid to make that trip and then run into too many people. Not the people. The people don't bother me. It's the waiting in line, and the fact that last celebration, Jason and I were really lucky because we had a club table and we had exhibitor badges, so we didn't have to worry about any lines, which spoiled me for going to celebration because you're like walking past people. There's 100 people or 1,000 people in line, and you're just like, "See you later. We're going inside," And yeah, it would. I would love to go, and me and my wife have been talking about it. And it's like, you're at $2,000, and you hadn't even walked in the door. You hadn't even bought a ticket yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
But by the time you consider a flight and a place to stay,
Yeah.
That's rough.
yeah.
Well, Glenn's not a diehard.
Yeah,
He's
whatever.
he's a quitter. That's why he's not going.
No, we
No,
already talked about
trust
this.
me.
Glenn's grounded.
Yes, that's part of it too. But I mean, we've talked about it, and it's like, maybe, but it is we've got to see where we're at in 2 years. But
Yeah.
you're legitimately, you're at $500-600, $1,000 for a plane ticket, $1,000 for a place to stay.
How much are you spending for like a weekend pass?
Probably $200 to $300.
Yeah, I think they're like 350.
Okay.
Which isn't terrible, all things considered.
Yeah.
Everything you're getting, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, considering when in 17 they were like 150.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was in 25 or 22.
Either.
Yeah.
I did buy one. It might have been 250.
I think I've given my children my social awkwardness and my anxiety, and
Mhm.
crowds like that, I'd be under a table somewhere crying. I can't. I'd be okay for the first hour, and then I would need to just go to my quiet place and decompress. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
You shut down. I just start getting grumpy, and then it just doesn't work. You get quiet,
yeah.
and get grumpy.
Are you going to sign my paper or not?
Yeah, yes.
I mean, thankfully, like if the only reason you're going to stand in a long line is number one, to get in the door. And then if you got to wait on an exclusive, once you're in the door, if you want to walk the floor, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, there is people, don't get me wrong. They bottleneck. But you're going to wait in line for a panel, but 9 times out now they're doing lottery. So you don't have to camp out like you used to.
Oh, okay.
So I mean,
And it's downtown LA. It's not Anaheim.
right.
Oh,
I was going to go to Disneyland, but now I have to take an Uber and I mean,
An
it's right
hour
across
out the
town,
way.
but it's still like 2 hours to get there.
Right. That's yeah.
a good $100 more, probably.
I guess I
Right,
shouldn't.
well,
It's first world problems. I shouldn't complain.
Right. No, it
True.
was because Anaheim, you were like walking down the street and there's Disneyland, which threw me for a loop because it's like there's the wall and there's Disneyland. So yeah, Anaheim, I
that'll
think would have
spoil ya.
been, huh?
That'll spoil you.
Yeah. But I think the reason they put it in LA is because isn't George Lucas's museum is like 9 minutes down the road.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I would check that out.
Museum of Narrative Art.
Yeah. So I think that's why they did it.
Hmm.
I was really hoping for Orlando. My fingers were crossed for Orlando because that would be a cheap trip. That would be like 90% going.
I still have my fingers crossed for Cincinnati. We've got a pretty big Motel 6 here. I think we can make it happen.
I've heard stuff, man. Keep your fingers crossed. Maybe one day something will happen in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think that would just totally crush our infrastructure. That many
Right.
people.
I don't think it's going to be celebration big, but it'll be something. There's rumors.
I mean,
Okay.
you were up for that film festival, wasn't it? What was the
What was it? Yeah, we were up for it, didn't get it.
one of the
So-
big indie film festivals? But I think
Mm.
Colorado ended up getting it.
Well, we all know why Colorado got it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. You drive through Atlanta and it's like, what's that smell? Oh, that's just Atlanta.
Oh, that's Cincinnati now too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it legal there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That happened.
Oh.
Yeah,
Not
there are
shaming.
times you're driving
it's
down
not-
the interstate and you're like, hold on, I got to put refresh, the recycle on my
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
because sometimes
Oh,
they
and-
get high.
Cindy, bless her heart, sometimes she's naive. She's like, "Oh, I think someone hit a skunk." I'm like, "Yeah, I bet they did. I
There's a
bet they
skunk
did. Smells real sticky."
Downtown?
Well, that's how it was in Anaheim too. It was just as bad. But I think it's more in the open there.
So Star Wars tweeted that the next, celebrations in 2027. And then the official Star Wars Eclipse. Do you remember that video game trailer that was released?
Yeah, it looked amazing.
And then nothing happened.
Yeah.
They retweeted that and said, like, see you soon.
Whoa.
Okay. I know that the company that was designing and creating that game, they had a lot of issues, and I think
Yeah.
that that set them way back. I don't know if maybe a different studios picked it up.
Maybe.
Maybe
We'll-
they got
we'll
their
find
act
out.
together. Who knows?
Because it was the Star Wars Eclipse Twitter handle, not the people who make it. If
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Hmm.
New video
That
game
gives-
to play.
It gives me hope for 1313.
Well, didn't they? And then they're doing like another
Keep
kind of
hoping on that one.
I know, right?
That's the Boba Fett one, right?
It was
Yes.
like the
Yeah.
criminal underworld of Coruscant.
Yeah, they need. I'm like, we need. You bring up talks like that, and it takes the Band-Aid and rips it off from the Boba Fett show. You know, it's like Boba Fett show. He shouldn't have been bathing in Bacta. He should have been a badass.
The Power Rangers shouldn't have been on it. There's a lot of things.
Go Power Rangers.
But then there were some really cool things about it too. Like I
Right.
rewatched that and I thought, damn, this wasn't as bad as I thought. There were just some things that could have done without.
No,
Yeah.
the tone was off a little bit.
Yeah,
It was.
a little off.
That's all.
Well, there's also another video game they're releasing, but I guess
What video game?
it's like a move-based video game.
Oh,
Almost
yeah.
turn-based.
Like a
game.
role-playing video
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. Do you guys like that game? That style?
It
Probably not.
was reminiscent of the Andrew. What was the one?
Command and Conquer.
Oh, it had the commandos where you could
Republic Commando.
Republic Commando where you could give your squad commands and they would do that. It reminds me
Yeah.
a little bit of that, only a little more advanced.
It's too slow for me, those games.
Yeah, I like them, but I lose interest easily.
Because the style of fighting is like, I'll punch you. Okay, now it's your turn. Go ahead,
You
punch
punch
me.
me.
Hold on, my turn. I'll punch you. Are you down yet? No. Okay, punch me. Like, it's just really boring for me to play those games.
Yeah, it definitely wears me down for sure.
Well, I guess that's it. We can start wrapping up. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Thanks for having us. We now that we've mastered, and I put that in big old air quotes, mastered this technology, we'll have you guys on.
Yeah.
Put that out there.
Yeah,
Masters.
and well, that way you'll get introduced to both of our listeners.
Well, you just got introduced to the tens of ours, so
Yes,
And it's declining. So it's more like the numbers, single numbers of ours.
I think it's going to decline because the weather is changing. You'll see,
Yeah.
it'll pick back up.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening to the Smugglers Galaxy podcast. If you could, please leave a like and a 5-star review of the show anywhere you listen. Really helps us out and points people to the show. You can follow us on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Send us an email or message us. We love feedback and we love to make you part of our show. Our email address is smugglersgalaxy@gmail.com. Thank you to Alfonso Riviera for the Smugglers Galaxy logo. And thank you to Levi Waterhouse for the music. People,
Right at the end.
Right now, people are like, "What? What does he want us to do?"
right. By this time they've tuned out. They're like, yeah. Collect
just
for the
shut
love
up.
of it.
oh, I was going to change it up this time for Andor.
Do it.
People,
Oh,
Oh no!
he was so excited.
No, I can't wait to hear this.
I'm so deflated. It's not worth it. People make 10 men feel like 100. Hashtag vote with your wallet. Pass on what you've learned. Be a positive force in the collective community. This is the way.
This is the way.
Play with your toys.
Lauren, say something.
Bye.
Andrew.
Bye.